Hi Stampers, this is Nancy Gleason from My Stamping Space, and I am here today to show you how to mount your cling mount stamp sets by Stampin UP. Now Stampin UP offers two different types of stamps. They offer the Photopolymer stamp set, and it will tell you right here on the top of the label what type of stamp it is. So this is a photopolymer stamp set, and you can see when you open this stamp set that it is perfectly clear, and these stamps need no mounting. You can just take your stamp right off of the backing sheet and then just place it onto your clear block, and it's there to stay until you take it off. It's very clingy. The photopolymer material itself just provides great cling, and it's wonderful that it is perfectly clear so you can see just where you're stamping, and the stamp stays on perfectly without ever really moving or shifting, and it's great. But I really want to speak to you today about the cling stamp sets. So the cling stamp sets are a red rubber stamp, and the label that is put on the back of the stamp gives it that extra special cling that really helps it just cling to the clear blocks. So when you open your stamp set, you are actually going to have your red rubber stamps, and these are perforated, so you just need to peel them out. So you'll have your stamps, and you also have a label sheet, and the label sheet is what is going to really give your stamp that clinginess and let you know what's on the face of the stamp. So I took this stamp out already, so we'll start with him, and you can see that this guy is this guy. So I'm going to work on the little Dracula, and we'll assemble him together. So what I like to do is put my label sheet down, and the front of the label sheet, every stamp set has a label, and it's kind of perforated right down the middle, so you can just peel that label off. Let's see, looks like I've got this right where, there we go, that might be better. I was getting some glare there. And the back of the stamp has a protective coating as well. What I like to do before I go ahead and actually commit anything to glue is I like to kind of place it down and just see where I'm going with it. Okay, the cling label won't stick to this, but I want to make sure that I know what I'm doing. Now this is an easy shape. It just kind of has rounded corners, but I'll peel the backing off of this, and I'm afraid I'm probably going to have to get my head in the way here. So I'm hoping you can see this without me really getting in the way. But I'm going to just place that down right on the cling label. I'm going to just press it down so I know that it's on there firmly, and then I'll just peel this off the backer. And then my label is on there perfectly, and this is going to give me great cling. So all I did was just put my block on top of it, and it's not going anywhere. That stamp is really, really sticking to that block so well. And if you are familiar with Stampin' Up's older red rubber stamp sets that were what we called the clear mount, they had a clear label. It looked identical to this. You mounted it almost the same way, but the clear label didn't have the clinginess that the cling label has. And sometimes we had issues where it would fall off the block, where it would slide around, particularly if it was a smaller stamp and there wasn't enough label room to really stick to the block. And that is not going to happen at all with these cling mount stamps. And as a matter of fact, to get the cling mount stamp off of the block, you can't just pick it and pull it straight up like that. You really have to almost curl it. Just kind of take your finger and curl on a corner and curl it up, and then that's how you will remove this from the block. If you try pulling it straight up, you actually run the risk of pulling the rubber away from the foam. The cling is not going to let go, and you don't want to destroy your stamp by putting the pulling the rubber away from the foam. So again, when it's on there, you just kind of want to use your finger, curl it up on the edge to get it off. You don't want to pull straight up. Now, one of the tips and tricks that I want to share with you has to do with this label sheet. After you have mounted all of your stamps, you'll see that there's some extra. And like right here, there's like a nice, like a 1 inch, maybe even like a 1 1/8 inch strip of label that's going to be left over, as well as some of the parts and pieces in between and this little area down here. Don't throw this away. You can use this for your older clear mount stamp sets, and you can put a piece of this cling mount that's just clear, that doesn't have any printing on it, right over your old clear mount stamp to convert that from clear mount to cling mount to give it some better cling for your stamps, especially for some of those stamps that were smaller, maybe little tiny sentiments that really tended to fall off the blocks more so than some bigger stamps. So you can use this extra material as well, so don't throw that away. But that is how you mount your new cling mount stamps, and how you can remove the stamps from the block without damaging the stamp. And the new cling mount stamps also work perfectly with the Stamparatus. They're great for use with the Stamparatus. And when you are using the simple chamois to clean your stamp while it's on the Stamparatus plate, you're not going to have that stamp slide or move. You'll be able to just clean it right in place on the Stamparatus plate and just keep going. So the cling mount stamps are really great. I love them. I absolutely love them. They are a huge improvement over the older style clear mount stamps, and I know that you're going to love them too. So thanks, stampers, for stopping by my stamping space. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please share it with your friends. Please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, so you won't miss any tips or tricks that I have to share with you. And then head on over to my blog, www.mystampinspace.com, and sign up for my mailing list there too. As a newsletter subscriber, you will get a newsletter every month filled with lots of tips and tricks to help make you a better paper crafter. Thanks, friends. See you soon. Bye-bye.